Hello and welcome to Gmodism Gmod Nerdery channel, and we are doing a showcase of vehicles that this awesome guy have built. We're starting with aircrafts, and you are called Asnow, right?
Asnow.
Asnow.
It's all good. Alright,
Hard.
so this is a Orca close assault craft from Command Conquer series. Most seen in Command Conquer Tiberian Sun, correct? This has two modes, VTOL and flight. VTOL is, as you can see, relatively slow. Yaw, there's strafing, and then there's flight mode, which I can go to space with. Not literally, but I can go pretty fast nonetheless.
Yep, I can see that. We can't really hang up with it, but you can see it's really fast, and the model is really cool.
Uh,
Because we've been basically looking at your models these whole evening for my part and the middle of the day for your part.
yeah.
Anyways,
Ball crushes. 10 out of 10 landing.
yeah, but it's really nice, Beetle model.
Yeah.
So this is the heavy gunship.
It runs up the exact same E2 as the other one, relatively same movement. The only difference is this one has guns. Average everyday turret, no one likes it. What about this?
What are this gun type? Is this E2 guns?
Yeah.
Well, as everybody might know, E2 is quite half new to me, and this guy's like only builds stuff with E2 mainly, at least the flying things. Well, it's a really nice model, this also, and we have hard time keeping up. But, well,
Yeah.
this guns is E2 code that somebody that knows how to write E2 code wrote, basically. I can't get more technical than that on the E2. Now we are going down to ground vehicles, which is we will be looking at some really impressive models in ground vehicles.
This is
And
simply
these are,
spawn again.
yes,
There is the BMP-1, most called the 3, but I mainly like it. I mainly refer to it as the 1 because that was the base model I used. That was the original version.
mm-hmm.
And the way I build is I have multiple versions. I always have, I think there's up to at least 50 for the BMP and 30 for BTR 80. The currently BMP, I remember the first Mark 1 was just basically 5 wheels on each side, no
Uh-huh.
side tread. It was very crappy. Mark 2 had physical treads. They didn't roll, but they looked nice, and they added on this side piece. Mark 3 was adding on this driver's cupola and the turrets, working on making it into actual physical model. Mark 4 include a nice special little thing. We'll give it a second. I have to respawn in because that's doing that. While spawning on that one, I'll drive around the BTR and show you guys how it works. But this actually uses Gmodism's steering system
Yeah,
when he was
this
the
is
first
a
ACF car.
hysterically much cooler and creative way of using that steering tutorial is making this ATV, if I'm correct about the type.
Yes. And if you guys thought normal cannon was scary, well, actually, no. I'll show you the cannon after I show you BMP1 because BMP1 is different. And the flare and the smoke screen out should be just about done spawning in. The driving on it uses this E2 chip. It's kind of experimental in ways. So the turn rate on it is just like immense unless I modify it.
Mm-hmm.
And the treads, if I were to put anything under there, they do actually, move up and down with the ground. Or whatever I put under it.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to work, which... Oh, there we go.
Ah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a realistic
Um, I'm pretty sure you still
visuals.
find these in the wire mod forum. They are Varus's tank treads, or tread strip. Um, anyways, the smoke screen.
The famous smokescreen.
Here's the fun part. Someone's chasing you, you don't want to see where you're going. Through their
Smokescreen.
vision.
We
Maybe
don't
this
see
goes.
anything.
Currently the missile launcher is not working. We might come back later if I finally manage to get it jury rigged so it works. Anyways, here's the cannon. Relatively slow firing. It attempts to be decent cannon.
And this is a E2 cannon, I should say again. And
Yes.
also, you might be seeing his head was sticking out of the tank, and that's because the bodies in this server are longer.
Now we come to a fun part. The BTR's weapons. It has the same smoke screen as the BMP. Yeah.
I like this. I like the sound of the smoke screen. It's a shootout metal part that like make
But
traces.
this one launches. Yep. Here's the fun part about it. Ready?
Yep. Ah.
That's death. Anything I look at is just will be dead. And my player model moves forward.
Rapid fire.
More OP than it is realistic, but you know what? It's meant to be. It's meant to fire fast. Not that fast, but still fast. So you know what? Why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, it sure sounds like it packs some punch. And I'm just thinking you should really make an ACF version of this.
Yep, this would be very fun. This a 30mm just minigun, well, not really minigun, but you know, machine gun. First in general, firing fast. Now, yes.
Like strap together 4 50mm autocannons.
Move all those mess I just made because you know what? I like my mess.
How many props had you had for that last ATV? It was quite many.
There was 375 for BTR and 265 for the BMP.
Wow, you know the statistics in your head.
Yes.
I do not know how many parts I used for the Volvo. Much less.
Alright. This is gonna be... Alright, so we're going to kind of diverge off from land vehicles for a second, because the order my Advance duplicator is very different.
Whoa!
I have this nice CPU. It runs off the same turret system as like everything I make, which is the BMP, the BTR, stuff like that.
This is a cool turret. I have not seen this before. Wow.
I believe it's called a ZPU, I'm not sure. But it's definitely anti-air.
It's anti-air.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And then later I might end up making it so I can just attach it to the back of my BTR and just tow it.
Yeah.
With the size comparison, that'll be hilarious. Tiny little ZPU attached to this giant tank infantry assault vehicle, pretty much, or APC, to be more exact. Also, the one thing I forgot to mention about the BMP and BTR, BMP is amphibious. It can float on water. BTR is kind of like meant to be amphibious in real life, but the one I have just kind of goes straight into water and just kind of rolls on the bottom of the water or ocean or body of water.
Oh.
Much. Yes, you're just going in submarine one day. All of a sudden, you see this tank just rolling along the bottom of the floor. Just no one. This amazing. Then here's this little APC I made. I have no idea where this came from. I just kind of created this just out of creativity.
A personal carrier. And this has quite nice interior. We sneak peeked inside the other and it had also seats, but this is very nice looking interiors. It has really boards and stuff.
Yes, and this uses the same movement system as the BMP, not like the BMP uses three ships, two for the treads, and then one for the movement. This uses that exact same movement ship, which is partially universal. It's not meant to be turned that fast. This is an older version of the chip. It still works, just kind of weirdly. And my head also sticks out of this for the same reason as a few others, because server models are a bit taller in this than others.
Mm.
If I set my size to lower size, I'd be able to walk around the interior freely.
Can you
I
walk?
can't. I could do that.
We are going to sit ourselves in the driver's seat, we can see here. And from the inside we have these. Now it's a really nice with these instrument panels.
Yeah. And it rotates a bit too fast, as I was saying, but it works.
It looks a bit like a submarine on wheels. Should be really creepy seeing this like rolling up from your sea
If you look in the back, I'm just kind of trying not to get caught in the middle of the seats. I just walk around freely because I set my size. The way people want to come over here is it. This is my contraptions. They are magnets. They are giant magnets. The whole population of servers is like, oh, they get sucked in.
And you are probably worse than me in collecting different versions of basically the same outline.
The only problem is with my organization, I didn't have them organized already. Like I had the wrong name for the first version of this. Instead of being BMP1, it was BTR. I don't know what I was thinking when I first made it. Anyway, this is the first model that I was talking about earlier, where it has the 5 wheels on the side. They don't all roll. Well, I don't think they all roll. They all roll in sync? Like, so. Yeah, they don't roll in sync. They're not synchronized like the other version I just showed. But the turret does move, and I can attach things to it, but I don't have a weapon I can attach on the spot that's already, ready and made for this.
Well, we've been jumping from aircraft vehicles also, so.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to aircraft. This time instead of, being straight, direct flying vehicles, we're doing helicopters. So this is a gunship I made a very incredibly long time. Well, actually not very incredibly long time ago, but, a fair decent time ago.
How long is a fair decent time?
I'd say a good year or so. And this is before I had the camera fixed enabled. Alright. I can find it.
Well, it is a nice model. It's very elegant. It looks a modern, kind of futuristic.
Yes. And the missiles on it do fire. I push, and they do auto track, so it's going to be heading straight for you.
And we are basically screwed.
And these Hellfire pods also do fire. My other versions of helicopters, those do work. I can guarantee that, but Hellfires do fire. The AGMs fire as well.
And they're heading for us. Yes. And we almost...
On things I build, you don't see a lot of recycled content. The main reason is I don't make it so it's individualized for one vehicle. I make it so you can just spread along all vehicles.
Yes.
Or more than one vehicle.
And here we have another version of a gunship, but with a...
This one's an older version that doesn't use S-props at all. The other one used S-props, which... And... Why update while changing servers again? Alright, I'm gonna try flying this sideways then. This is a challenge. This proves a very bad challenge. And it has basically the same rocket systems that the other one has.
Yes.
And it does have a damage system, so if I shoot enough rockets, it'll start beeping and it'll just stop functioning. If I'm in flight, everything will shut down. Not instantly, it'll be as if it's starting up. It does it gradually. And you will notice some small differences. That other one was made for prop limit until I decided to go with S-props, which is just kind of... I don't care about the prop limit anymore. When I start using S-props, basically, I don't care about prop limit.
S-probes is just such a relief. You don't have to puzzle as much.
Then here's a basic scouting helicopter I made. Of course, scouts aren't made to have, fully armed, missile pods and cannons on them. I don't know how a cannon helicopter would work, but it works. This one's quite maneuverable. The only problem is the E2 goes up to at least, I'd say, 2,000 ops while in flight. But they do have an auto hover mode, so I can freely look around.
Ooh.
They have the flying mode, which then W and S is for, A and B is for strafing, W and S is throttle. Mouse one controls cannons, and they do eject shells. If you watch carefully enough.
We watch carefully.
It did a few seconds ago. Why is this aircraft? Why you know work when I want you to? This one, however, instead of having missiles on it, is just flat out cannons. It's 4 cannons, 2 on each side. They all fire at the same time. When the thing's aiming at you and damage is enabled, there's nothing left. You're just not going to exist. Oh, you want to give this one a fly?
Absolutely. Okay,
Nice.
and to start this, we want to press
F.
F. That is okay. And now it's really easy to control, and these helicopters are based on the same E2 stuff.
They all use the exact same E2. I was talking about recycling earlier. This helicopter ship is used among all my helicopters.
So that's one really practical thing about using the E2. You don't need to make everything from scratch. But, well, if you know your E2, you can, like this, do really cool things. However, the damage system for... I think I crashed.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. You can add on cool stuff on the helicopters so they can have realistic ways of destroying each other, like crashing like now and such. But the problem with them of wars is that you can make them unbalanced if you want.
Yes.
And now we're coming to a real cool thing. I was going to request you showing this. It's an awesome hovercraft airship.
It's a hover tank.
It's a hover tank.
This one was based off an image, and that one image was front only. Like, you're standing pretty much right in front of it. This turret was not included.
So you looked at the cool picture and then you added details and turret and just made this.
Pretty much. This base plate right here, that's what it is. This is meant, I was going to attach E2s to it so to make it hover. I haven't really done that yet. But anyways, this turret was completely my design. This whole back part was kind of like a side, it was kind of like a diagonal view. So you guys see a small part of it. And it's, as my other turrets are, it's mouse aimed. It doesn't have a HUD, sadly.
It's one of these mouse aimed wizardy turrets. Well, actually, I also use mouse aimed turrets with E2, but that's as much E2 that I can do.
Then I have the Hover MRLS, which is also from Command Conquer game. It is from Command Conquer Tiberian Sun. It is, if you guys know the game, the faction is GDI. These things are very scary in packs. And by packs, I mean you have like 10 or 20 of these. Basically, nothing's going to remain. There's going to be nothing left. And the missile launchers do actually work. They don't track. Yeah, of course. Wink, wink. But this does float. And
yeah, exactly. This floats, really.
And this does not use keep upright, so like somewhere to if I go up a hill, it'll actually tilt.
We should do such demonstration. I take out this plate and put it under, and then it just floats up. So it's a bit cool. It doesn't use keep upright. That's nice.
It does use 6 individual E2s, which is the only downside. This allows it to have sides and middle. Like you have these E2s on the outside of it. These are the hovers. You have 3 on each side. So you can basically go up hills, up and down hills with very little to no problem. Now, to demonstrate those rocks I was talking about earlier, if the E2 weren't to glitch out, because E2 does have a tendency to fire in the wrong position.
And this is a raining type.
It's very fun. And this one I kind of deliberately nerfed the speed, but I can increase it. The E2 is relatively easy to customize. There's also this one E2 right here. This is recycled. The BMP is the BMP's control system.
Mm.
For the movement for it, anyways.
Can we test drive this?
Go ahead. You can drive it in first person. I personally suggest third person. But that's just me, though.
We are driving it in third person, and we are trying to, and it's very realistic in that it actually hovers. It doesn't keep upright, and that's cool. And we're going to fire these missiles.
Beware, it does fire on its last position before you It's just a glitch with the E2 itself. I don't know what causes it. The person that helped me make it doesn't. He has no idea. Well, he possibly does. He just doesn't feel like he's never had a chance to fix it though.
No. Well, that's the problem with E2. If I have problem with E2, it's like, oh, that's sad. So we'll basically looked at Asnow. Is it Asnow? Asnow? Okay, so we're basically looked at Asnow's awesome creations of land and air vehicles, or tank specific type, because we are going to look at mechs also, but not for this type. So, see what you can do with hydraulic steering for everybody that tries to promote this E2 steering. Yes, I know that's better, and no, I'm not going to try it. So, this is probably the best punch for hydraulic steering right now. Anyways, thank you for watching, and please like the video if you liked these awesome creations, and you can subscribe to my channel if you like my type of content, and we will be watching more of Asnow's stuff in later videos. Well, thanks for watching. Gmodism out.